In this world, we have been left behind by the gods of Olympus. After defeating the great titans, Zeus, Hades, Poseidon, and the other gods have returned to their acropolis above, but not before making their mark. Now their children seek to prove themselves and survive against the dangerous world of mythical beasts, monsters, and worse. Welcome to Origins of Olympus.
I have decided that today will be the day that I officially build a temple to my father, Hades. Why? Because whenever you want to reach out to the gods as a demigod like myself, you need to build a temple and offer them a gift. And I have a little bit of a room over here to build a temple and offer my father a gift because I want to get a chance to speak to him. I just want him to offer me some wisdom, offer me some knowledge. So let's go ahead here and just get started with using this here as the floor, smoky quartz. We got to make this thing very underworld like if we're going to have the chance to hopefully get his approval of my temple, and hopefully we can communicate with him throughout this temple, which would be pretty ideal. We're gonna have to see though if he thinks this works, which it might take a while to get his response. I really don't know. I've never tried doing this before. I've only been contacted by the gods a few times, and it was usually them giving me a quest. Nothing like what we're trying to do here, where we're trying to summon them. So we're just gonna have to see how this goes. I'm gonna go ahead and make it so we can learn all that, and let's get some smoky quartz thrown in like this. We're gonna need to figure out what we even want to ask. Like, what do we want to say? What do you say? Like, what do you say? That is the question. That's what we need to figure out. Like, what should we say? What should we not say? Like, we need to figure that sort of thing out. We definitely need to do something nice. We gotta make something that looks awesome. That is like a guaranteed. Like, this thing needs to be one of the coolest things ever, or else like we might not even get a response, and that is not what we want. Like, we need to guarantee a response. That is like a necessity. I want a response from Hades. You know, I want him to tell me something. Like, I want to have a line of communication where he can go ahead and tell me things, because like, I don't know, like recently I feel like there might be pieces of information that we want to know, and he can probably give it to us, but I don't really know what we should ask. So we're gonna need to come up with something. Like, what is something good to ask Hades? That is going to be the question. That's the $1 million question right now. Like, what do we ask him? That's what we need to find out. I don't know if I know, so I'm curious. I wonder, like, if anybody else has any ideas what we should ask. But let's go ahead and just build a temple like so. This is currently working out great. We have a pretty nice temple here so far in development. I think this is pretty good so far. I believe this will like suffice to begin with. Of course, we're gonna need to do some major improvements to this thing before it is all ready to go and we're ready to start, you know, hopefully getting a message from my father. So let's go ahead and grab some of this and some of that. Let's just keep on decorating inside of here because, well, we already know we have to make this thing look the best it possibly can if we want to get a response from Hades, and we need to. So let's go ahead and do something like this. Just get a little more detail thrown in like that. And I think right here we should use these runes, because I mean, I don't know, I feel like they're a little bit more magical, and maybe that will help us out in the long run. We got to go ahead, put the door back on. Of course, you know, the door is essential. I think we're gonna need some of these brick here as well, these nether bricks. Should probably use those maybe instead of this brick. I think it's very much the right approach. You know, it's got the lava, so like that underworld vibe, which is critical here. And we got like all sorts of black quartz here, the smoky quartz, which is better than the white quartz, because I mean, let's be real, why would Hades want white quartz? Like, that's just, you know what I mean? It's like not really his type of cup of tea, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go ahead and do this here now. Like, what do we ask? Should we just ask him to tell us something? Like, give me some knowledge that no one, like, that that I don't know and see what he says. Like, anything in specific we should ask? Like, he is like one of the gods. I'm sure he knows a lot of stuff he could tell us. So like, I wonder what we should ask him. That's what we got to figure out. We also do need to figure something else out. This is going to be easy though. So we need to grab one of these chests here, and then we need to get gold because we need to rest this chest along gold. It needs to be placed on gold blocks. So let's go ahead and do that. And here we go. All right, I'm destroying a little bit more of the temple than I would like. So that's something we definitely don't want to do. So let's get these blocks placed in here like so. And then we got to dig down like this. We got to dig down again. This is going to be something we need to do. You need to build like a golden chamber almost, if you will. Like literally a golden chamber to store the chest. It's vital in like a successful temple. At least this temple is going to have it. Like that. And there's the chest. And right here, we're going to put a stair so we can, you know, of course, get in and out of the temple. But something like that. Boom. And that is how we're going to go ahead and try to communicate with my father, Hades. This is going to be very, very extreme. I don't know what to ask. We're going to need to figure that out because we need to ask him something. Do we have a book? We have a book. Do we have ink? We don't have ink. Do we have a feather? We do. Okay, we must go ahead, collect a little bit of ink here because we need to make a book that we can write in so that way we can go ahead and ask him something. But we need to know what we need to ask. So we'll probably have to figure that out in another day in the world of Origins of Olympus. But let's go ahead and head to the oceans here and try to find ourselves a little bit of ink. So let's head over to where's the ocean at? There's an ocean over here. There's a lot of giraffes over there, but we are looking for a squid. Is what we are looking for. We need to find a squid. So let's go ahead and just kind of fly around until we hopefully meet like a squid in the water. Hopefully we can kind of see him from the skies. We might not be able to though. We might have to go ahead and actually go into the water, but that would not be ideal. So hopefully we can manage to find something nearby. But we'll have to see because there is a lot of aquatic life. So this is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Let's see. Is there any nearby? Any at all? I don't know if there is. Okay. Let's go ahead. We'll just walk along the edges here quickly because we need to find some ink. Like that's just a vital here. We got to find that because we need that. Like it's just like required if we're going to try to get into the chance to communicate with Hades. And that's the god we're going to want to communicate with is my father. Straight up. We don't want to really talk to any other gods right now just because I know he'll give me what I need. I'm sure he will. I mean, he's given me these powerful weapons in the past and stuff. So I'm sure like he's got a chance. Plus, I mean, I am his only son in the camp to my knowledge, or like one of the only ones. There's not many, if that makes sense. So I'm one of the strongest, that's for sure. But we'll see. I don't know. I mean, we shall see, I guess. But we need to find stuff here. Like this needs to be found, and it needs to be found like stat because we are going to have some issues if we don't find ink. So I'm just going to keep looking for ink and hope we can find some pretty soon. And we have yet to find any. Oh, right there. Okay. We found a squid. That's going to be quick. We just got to chop him up, grab his ink. And there we go. We're literally all ready to head back. All we needed was a singular ink sac. And that's exactly what we needed to get. So now we got to fly on back. We got to make a writable book. And then I guess we got to write something to see what Hades will say. Hopefully he will respond. That is definitely a thing we need to get. We need to get a response. That's going to be pretty much a requirement here. I'm hoping for the best. All right, here we are. We're near camp. Now, before we make this book, I do want to register this ink sac into my transmutation table. So that way in the future, if we ever want to write more books or we ever need to, we can. Because otherwise, that would be a situation that would be bad. We'd have to go find more ink. And, well, this took us a while to find. So I don't think we want to risk that. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead in here. And we learn the ink sac. Give me this. Ink sac has been learned. And then it's time to make a writable book. So if we go over here, book and quill, boom, and we can go ahead and learn the book and quill. And there we go. We We have a book and quill we can write in now. All right, so we got to write something. All right, to Hades. This is Brick, and I hope you like my temple I created for you. Okay, what do we want? This is rough. I don't know what to ask him. Like, what should I ask? Like, what do you ask your father, who's a god? Like, what do you ask the god of the underworld? Like, what do you ask the ruler of the undead? Like, seriously, this is tough. This is a tough one. This is Brick, and I hope you like my temple I created for you. I was hoping you would be willing to communicate with me through this temple. Is there any information you can share with me regarding camp or the other campers? Huh. What else do we ask? Ooh, like, I think we want to know about the other campers, right? Some of them seem suspicious. Some of them seem kind of strange. Some of them behave around me strangely. And I'm a bit confused. Please help me understand more clearly. Again, please share any and all, not any and all, he's not going to share all of it obviously, but please share any information you can on the campers. Thank you. Brick. Sign. Temple entry number 1. I think that's good, right? To Hades, this is Brick, and I hope you like my temple I created for you. I was hoping you'd be willing to communicate with me through this temple. Is there any information you can share with me regarding camp or the other campers? Some of them behave around me strangely, and I'm a bit confused. Please help me understand more clearly. Again, please share any information you can on the campers. Thank you. Brick. I think that's good. So we're going to go ahead there, throw temple entry, and then we're going to shower him with wealth, of course. So let's get a ton of diamonds here. This seems like a good amount of wealth, right? Let's go ahead. We'll do 3 stacks of diamonds to start, and hopefully that'll be enough to get a response. I think it should be. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it's certainly going to take some time. So there's that. All right. We're going to have to just wait and see what we end up getting here. If we get any response, or if not, I don't know. We'll have to see, but we sent a message to Hades and we built a temple, which is quite the successful day in the world of origins of Olympus. So I wonder what he's going to say. Like, what could Hades possibly tell me about the campers that I need to know? Oh, this is already so stressful.